Engineered labour standards mean greater productivity and production. We recognised that the morale and attitude of every employee is of the utmost importance. Therefore, it is essential that the standards be fair, reasonable, attainable, consistent, and based on an accurate system, which all employees can understand. They must consider the industrial engineers involved as persons of high credibility and professional competence. To measure and assemble the data which will become the engineered labour standards, we conduct two separate types of time study to measure elemental work content: continuous time studies and snap-back time study. What we are doing is observing and recording time values and methods right on the distribution floor, where area managers and employees on all shifts can see us and even ask questions of us. We establish the time required for occurring work elements after methods are improved, standardised and documented. We take many studies of many employees, all shifts, many orders involving hundreds of pallets and thousands of cartons. We are able to determine what an acceptable normal work pace is through effort rating during these time studies. Proper effort rating allows the skilled industrial engineer to relate changing and observed employee efforts to 100% or normal, or as we call it, normal time. We also observe and record all delays, classifying them as avoidable or unavoidable. These records will form the basis for some of the allowances that must be included after acceptable elemental times have been established. Thanks to methods improvements, delay allowances will be low. In picking, here are some of the factors we take into account during the establishment of labour standards: the weight of the item or items on the order, the size of cube of the items, the bin location of the item in the distribution centre, the picking bin or storage position level, the quantity of the items on the order, the equipment used by the pickers, the travel times involved. How long does it take to move from one aisle to another, one bay to another, one bin to another? Travel time, especially for smaller orders, can account for 60% of a picker's time. These factors occur in each order in varying frequencies and quantities. Our system handles these variables very effectively, and that is why the final standards are fair and well accepted. To the measured and levelled elemental data, allowance must be made for fatigue, rest periods, and accepted delays. All of these factors are recorded, documented in detail, and been applied. The result we call standard time. When we have finished, we can establish exactly how much time it should take to complete every work element in each specific order or pallet based on travel time, weight, and units handled, each specific order or pallet multiple, and this may be one or several pallets or cages. There is no more average travel, no more average weight, no average cartons. We are measuring and applying time based on travel, pieces, and weight involved per each pallet or work assignment through the computer. It would not work without that electronic marvel. The elemental data is stored in the computer and applied in a logical sequence during the charging cycle to each pallet or work assignment. The cumulative time is called standard allowed time and is shown on the picking slip or the picking label, whichever applies. This represents the time it should take a picker working at a normal pace, allowing for all unavoidable delays, to complete the particular work assignment. So, one of the program's major benefits is that the employees know exactly what is expected of them. A special computer report is available to the engineers, which will show all the time values as they are applied in a selection cycle and allowing an effective audit at any time. It allows us to isolate and analyse possible further areas of improvement, discover the relationship between product location and amount of work and time spent selecting an item, analyse the relationship between the size of the order and the cost in time and money. This is important to chain operations and essential to wholesalers. The area manager and employees are kept informed during each step of our data gathering process. you will begin to understand and accept that the purpose of the program is not harder work, but smarter work. All of the data on which the new engineered labour standards are based are documented in manuals, with a detailed description of work elements, methods and times. The Labour Standards Manual represents a supervisory training and reference tool and aid when it becomes necessary to explain to employees or other engineers the exact basis of the engineered standards. Although we have focused on the picking process, forklift operators are also included in the productivity program, and for optimum productivity, they should be. Their activities, though seldom standardized in the past, are measured accurately. Each fork truck function can be measured, rated, and appropriate engineered labour standards established, be it for replenishment, receiving, or reserve area management. The standard is also applied through special computer programs or manually. Now we come to the fifth and final component of the program: management and labour reporting and scheduling systems. The first report is valuable because it enables us to more accurately schedule our manpower before and during each shift, assure truck departures when we want them, to achieve more on-time deliveries. By analysing this report, we can discover more effective ways to control and manage our distribution facility, since exact standards have been established for the accomplishment of each particular distribution function. We will all know exactly how much time it takes to complete every order, perform every function. The picker works from a label or picking slip which has printed order information, including standard selection time allowed. One of these labels or picking slips is used on another report, which tracks employee productivity by shift. This report can be updated manually or through an effective computer program. It is kept by the employee as a permanent record of daily performance and becomes part of the employee daily labour control card. These figures are also maintained on a weekly summary report. Thanks to the computerised engineered labour standards program, reports like these enable area managers to monitor employees' performance accurately and impartially. Area managers will discover who may need additional training or assistance, find out where disciplinary measures may be called for. Subjective decisions will be replaced by objective decisions, made simpler by the engineered standards which are the heart of the program. So the standard is the final arbitrator, not the individuals involved. While productivity will be dramatically improved through this program, it can be improved further through the use of incentives in the form of additional compensation for work produced above standards. It is worth noting here, this program has been endorsed and accepted by trade unions overseas. This says a great deal about the methods employed and the labour standards developed for employees. In fact, unions have been invited to bring in their own industrial engineers to check data and verify conclusions. To summarise, here are the benefits and advantages of our program. It will dramatically increase your distribution centre productivity with little or no capital investment and do it in a relatively short period of time. Labour standards are established by industrial engineers who are qualified and credible and who are accepted by employees. It will improve work methods and systems under which employees work. Orientation and training sessions reassure you and make clear what your responsibilities are. If labour standard elements are affected by physical changes at any facility, they are easily revised. Program maintenance is simple. The standards developed in the program are fair, reasonable and attainable, and everyone affected by them can have this explained and proven to their satisfaction. We will have more efficient utilisation of labour, space and equipment. Distribution centre throughput is increased, so we can handle more business without expanding our facility. Accurate data and controls permit better management of our delivery fleet, shift assignments and all distribution personnel. The performance of all of us will be improved. The art of management itself is improved due to the more efficient systems and controls built into the program. Productivity and profitability are improved at the same time. We believe it is the right program for us now and in the future. The right program for our time.